For the last 4 years, he's been criticized, maligned, mocked, and ridiculed. But today, he might have just gotten the last laugh.
But he always goes like this. And then, there's a stare right there, right? Then he starts. And then Secret Service, by the way, Secret Service, but they're incredible people. So one of these beautiful, handsome, smart, intelligent, with far greater IQ than he had when he was 45. They're much smarter than he. It's always lousy when Secret Service is smarter than the president, okay? But the Secret Service always runs up, grabs him, and leads him off the stage.
Gee, Jagger, as you like to say, what a guy. Despite that spiteful bit of performance art, it would seem from our great clip that we want to share with you today, President Joe Biden, he still has a glint in his eye and an impeccable sense of comedic timing. Watch out, Nikki Glazer. It's a great moment to enjoy, and it happened at the announcement of one of his most significant achievements to date in office, the Gaza Ceasefire press conference. That's where you're about to see Joe flash the funny as only a man leaving the world in a much better place under awful circumstances could do. Because say what you might about Sleepy Joe, and as you'll see in just a second, the Irish wit he is known for is as keen as ever.
After all, I believe in the First Amendment, not just because my good friend Jimmy Madison wrote it. Look, in a lot of ways, this dinner sums up my first 2 years in office. I'll talk for 10 minutes, take 0 questions, and cheerfully walk away. You might think I don't like Rupert Murdoch. That's simply not true. How could I dislike a guy who makes me look like Harry Styles? If you find yourself disoriented or confused, it's either you're drunk or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Well, as tough as the news can be these days, and we'll be moving ahead, we're happy to share these moments of great historical significance, and in this case, one in which the 46th President of the United States, at the expense of his successor, elegantly fields the question about the garish credit-taking that's already underway by the incoming president and his administration. Flanked by VP Harris and Anthony Blinken, Biden not only put a finer point on the ceasefire deal, but also reserved one good eye poke for you-know-who.
The implementation of this deal will be in the hands of the next administration, and basically they will shape the future of Gaza. So how do you see this future? And also, how much credit do you give to the Trump team for this deal? Trump is already taking credit for it.
Well, this is the exact framework of the deal I proposed back in May. Exact. And we got the world to endorse it. Secondly, it's America's support for Israel that helped them badly weaken Hamas and its backers and create the conditions for this deal. And thirdly, I knew this deal would have to be implemented by the next team, so I told my team to coordinate closely with the incoming team to make sure we're all speaking with the same voice, because that's what American presidents do. Thank you.
Folks, credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh, thank you.
That's some punchline. Well, savor these days and these moments. BDT. They are the last ones that will happen under a government and culture that, as of next Monday, will have seen better days, officially.